It was billed as the fight of the century. Before he faced off against Smokin' Joe Frazier, the great Muhammad Ali said, "I want 15 referees to be at this fight because there ain't no one man who can keep up with the pace I'm going to set except me." It's fight night in Washington. Trump stepping back on the debate stage, and Democrats already smell trouble.
President Biden versus Donald Trump is going to be must-see TV. So this shit is like a real live freestyle battle. Good luck, President Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck. Biden's not going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's going to be, listen, I don't know. Maybe it won't be bad. Maybe they got some new shit they've been working on, some super serum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're going to shoot.
It's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad. Donald Trump is dangerous because he's funny.
Yeah.
He's dangerous because he's funny.
Yeah.
He's going to give us one of the greatest stand-up specials we've ever seen.
The refs sense danger, too. We're 3 days from the CNN presidential debate, and the network's already proving won't be a fair fight.
What do you expect from Joe Biden?
Well, first of all, it takes someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently,
we're going to stop this interview if you're going to keep
President
attacking
Trump
my colleagues.
Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I am willing to have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay.
Now, as
I'm
for
sorry,
this
guys.
debate,
We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point.
CNN cuts your mic for saying Google Jake Tapper. CNN just slapped a gag order on the Trump campaign days before the debate. We knew Trump's mic would be muted during the debate, but we didn't know his campaign's mic would be muted before it. You can go on CNN and lie about Trump Russia, call Republicans racist Nazis, but you can't say Tapper's biased. If Jake's not biased, why is he celebrating Trump losing?
There's also been a time of extreme divisions, many of the divisions caused and exacerbated by President Trump himself. The unwillingness to respect facts and science and do everything that can be done to save lives during a pandemic. But now the Trump presidency is coming to an end. To an end. For tens of millions of our fellow Americans, their long national nightmare is over.
We know what's in this corner CNN's in. They're gagging the Trump campaign and giving Biden pointers.
For President Biden, one more piece of advice, because this is still a physical, visual medium, right? He's kind of got resting old face, right? So you need him to.
I don't think I'm learning so much. Bars in hell, resting old face.
And so he needs to smile. And when he smiles, it goes away a little bit. Because when he smiles, his face comes alive. I would just say if they're practicing this, practice smiling.
You basically just said smile more.
I did, to an 80-year-old man.
At Camp David, practicing standing for 90 minutes and working on his resting old face. NBC News says his team's been meticulously studying Trump in an effort to best identify what might get under his skin. Biden's goal Thursday is to make Trump snap. He'll be fighting dirty. Every shot will be below the belt. You're a twice impeached, bigoted, bankrupted, convicted felon. Trump's muted when Biden's trashing him, so he needs to compose himself, say, namaste. And when Biden's time is up, react calmly. Don't take the bait. Because Biden's going to make the debate all about Trump, because Joe doesn't have a record to run on. Trump needs to make the debate all about the American people. Joe's trying to lock me up instead of the illegals raping and murdering our women and children. I never went bankrupt. Bidenomics is bankrupting our country. Like that. The Biden camp's feeling the pressure. Politico says there's feelings of disappointment and depression with Biden's biggest fundraisers who watch their cash advantage just vanish. Thursday's make or break for the Joe Biden legacy. If he falls flat on his face, both figuratively and literally, it's a green light for the Democrat switcheroo in Chicago. So Democrats are promising a juiced up Joe.
President Biden is taking this very seriously, and I'll tell you, you're going to see a very energized President Biden who is looking forward to having these direct conversations with Donald Trump on Thursday night in Atlanta.
Trump knows Joe's not going to come really that sleepy.
So tonight,
we'll refer to him as Sleepy Joe. Because right now, as you know, it's been reported that right now Crooked Joe's gone to a log cabin to study, prepare. No, he didn't. He's sleeping now. Because they want to get him good and strong, so a little before debate time, he gets a shot in the ass.
While Biden mocked debate Trump impersonators for a week with 16 advisors in the woods, Trump's campaigning on Democrats' home turf, Philly, and asking the crowd what they want to see.
How should I handle him? Should I be tough and nasty? Or should I be, she'd say, no, should I be tough and nasty and just say you're the worst president in history? Or should I be nice and calm and let him speak?
Primetime votes for calm. The base is already fired up. We don't need any more nicknames and insults. We need "this is my 4 years, this was Biden's 4 years," in a relaxed, specific, and charming manner. We're not saying Trump shouldn't be colorful.
Even I won't buy bacon anymore. It's too expensive. I said, I'd love to have some lovely bacon, darling. And she said, no, I'm sorry, it's too expensive.
Bacon's a great way to tell a story about inflation. Laken Riley is a way to tell a story about illegal immigration. Billions of dollars for 7 car chargers. There's your story about energy. Trump's been at the bodegas, the Chick-fil-A's, construction sites, the freezing cold courtrooms, the border. He's personally experienced the Biden presidency. Joe hides from it. You know how much Biden loves going to Philly? It's like the only place he campaigns besides Delaware. Biden hasn't gone to Philly for a cheesesteak in 14 years. That cheesesteak he's chowing down on probably cost $1.50 back then. Trump was at Tony and Nick's Saturday.
These are my people. Let me tell you, these people built America. You know that? These people built America. Make sure he gets a special sandwich for himself. Yeah, I'm going to do something. Come here. You're going to hit pay dirt. You know why? Watch. Look at him, huh? You know what that is? It's Andrew Jackson. Look at this guy now. Come here. Hold it. We just added a little value. Take a picture, man. We love this kid. I like that kid. So if your parents don't want you, I'll take you.
45 even left a $500 tip.
No tax. On tip. Okay, you ready? Yeah, all right. I'm going to give you $500. You guys all split it up. Is that okay? Thank you. I want to say this. Great things happen in Philadelphia. Let's go.
And just like the Bronx and Atlanta, Trump went behind the blue wall and was showered with love.
I'm saying the people need hope. I go out, I see the greatest people. So we're in the middle of a pretty rough area, and it's a love fest. You see that? It's incredible. They want hope. They want to have a future. Listen to the people. And these are not people that would normally be going wild. It's been amazing.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.